Hey, I'm here in the Pacific Northwest, hunting our topic for this week, Sasquatch. Shh, I think I just heard something. Probably just a deer, or a bear. I think it's time to get out of the woods. Here we are at Mount St. Helens in Washington State, site of one of the notorious encounters that contributed to the Sasquatch myth. Our mission for today is to explore the origins of the Sasquatch urban legend and discuss why this monster became a cultural phenomenon in North America. So, grab your guided notes and let's head into the wilderness. Let's start by thinking about what we already know about Sasquatch. Or maybe you know him as Bigfoot? Yep, they're the same creature. What do you think of when you hear Sasquatch or Bigfoot? Sasquatch is often described as a tall, muscular creature that's covered in fur. It walks on two legs like a human and leaves behind massive footprints. And unlike the Loch Ness Monster, Sasquatch can refer to a whole species of mythical ape-like beasts that sneak around the woods. Now, let's go way back to the roots of today's Sasquatch urban legend. Folklore from all over the world tells tales of hairy, human-like giants. In North America in particular, many indigenous cultures have ancient legends of mysterious, hair-covered forest beings that are spiritually connected to nature. Take the Tule River Indian tribe of California, whose 1,000-year-old petroglyphs at Painted Rock depict Hairy Man, a giant, shaggy creature portrayed as a protector, healer, or spiritual guide in stories. On the eastern side of the continent, the Iroquois told legends of the Janoskwa, an aggressive, hairy-covered giant with skin as hard as stone. After North America was colonized by European settlers, reports of hairy creatures stalking camps, stealing livestock, and lurking in the wilderness continued. These stories can be found all over the country, from Mississippi to California to New York. So for hundreds of years, tales of these hairy, large monsters have been told across North America. But these stories are all separate, with many different names for the creature. So, how do all of these myths converge to form the urban legend that we know today? The modern Sasquatch legend grew from widely publicized events. In 1924, a story of gold prospectors being attacked by ape men near Mount St. Helens gained national attention. Then, in 1929, J.W. Burns introduced the term Sasquatch in an article featuring indigenous accounts of hairy, wild people. Why do you think the spread of these news articles set the Sasquatch urban legend in motion? Well, both news articles brought these legends to a wider audience. Indigenous stories captivated people who would have never heard them otherwise. And now the curious creature had a name. The buzz surrounding Sasquatch would only grow from there. Now let's jump to Northern California in 1958, where construction worker Jerry Crew discovered massive 16-inch footprints in the mud while working. Coworkers recounted seeing similar tracks and odd incidents. They began calling the unknown culprit Bigfoot. The story, and the name, spread nationwide, giving Sasquatch a new identity and even more popularity. Then, in 1967, Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin filmed a creature they claimed was Bigfoot. This short video became one of the most iconic and controversial pieces of Bigfoot evidence. Despite their fame, neither event provides conclusive proof of Sasquatch, and both are largely considered hoaxes. There have been countless alleged sightings of Sasquatch since these events. And even people who believe that Sasquatch is real call them hoaxes. Take a second to think. What could motivate people to create these hoaxes or report sightings? Try to list 3 reasons why people might do this. Hoaxes and sightings, whether real or not, reveal a lot about human nature. For some, they're about seeking attention or enjoying the thrill of creating a mystery. For others, they're about keeping the legend alive and contributing to a shared cultural story that has fascinated generations. At its heart, Bigfoot represents more than just a creature. It's a way for people to feel connected to something larger than themselves. And that's part of what makes Bigfoot such a powerful and popular legend. Let's head back to the Institute to take a closer look at Sasquatch as a cultural phenomenon. Bigfoot has become a full-blown cultural phenomenon. There's an entire community of believers and researchers dedicated to tracking down evidence and sharing their stories. Bigfoot has made a mark on pop culture too, with documentaries, TV shows, and movies keeping the legend alive. You can even visit museums dedicated to the creature, or travel to hotspots for Bigfoot tourism. And let's not forget the merchandise. Bigfoot branded shirts, toys, and souvenirs are all over the internet, and in areas known for Bigfoot sightings. And with thousands of sightings reported in North America over the past century, the fascination shows no signs of fading anytime soon. You may have noticed that we haven't really talked much about fear today. Sasquatch was once linked to the dangers and mysteries of North America's untamed wilderness, but the modern urban legend has a lot in common with our friend Nessie. People want to find these creatures. Why is that? Why do you think people love this mythical monster, leading him to become a pop culture icon? Well, the wilderness was once terrifying, but today, not so much. Wild places are now considered appealing to many people, and more people than ever are exploring the wilderness at America's national parks and forests. Camping, hiking, hunting, and fishing, we now do these things for fun, not survival. So doesn't it make sense that Bigfoot, a representation of the darkest and most remote wilderness, would be embraced instead of feared? Sasquatch calls back to a time that many people would like to get back to, living in nature without the concerns of modern society. Excellent! We unlocked another piece of the codex. Make sure to complete the research in your lesson materials and finish up with online practice. Stay legendary! Hey.